Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and of course this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's from the 25th until the 31st of March 2019. I don't even know how to explain how important this week again is going to be when it comes to our global spiritual awakening. This is a very, very powerful time. This is a very, very significant time indeed. Each single week we are that step closer. Each single week we are that step closer to the actual realization. Big, huge, massive realization on a global scale. It is all the matter of time. It is all about the time now. Now this is really important because slowly we are entering a really powerful dimension. The vibration's about to change from the 25th of March until the 31st of March. This is going to be another week which is just going to be very significant for all of us together globally. We are going to have a really big and powerful realization. This is not really simple. This is not really easy. This is not like really simple to explain because this is a very complex issue indeed. And there are lots of different dimensions and lots of different vibrations that are actually going to come into the play, which on another hand is just going to help us to kind of reflect in a slightly different way. Hey, there are going to be lots of like a kind of surprising realization. The problem is that the issue is that some people have got like a little bit of a clouding and the cloudness when it comes to their particular realization, and this with the particular realization of what actually is going on and what actually is happening and what kind of a spiritual awakening we are actually going through. The spiritual awakening, it's actually going to be really good because it is going to help to people to actually break the certain barriers, and it's also going to help people to get a certain courage, and also on another hand is going to help to people to just find themselves in a little bit of the darkness, find their way out and see what is really happening and what is going on around them. This is really important because it is all about this massive realization. As I said, this is so much to do with the time, and it's a very complex issue, which means that there are going to be lots of different stages that people are going to be going through, but the bottom line is going to be when people are going to get together. There are certain things that people still don't understand. There are certain things that people maybe think about in a certain way, and there are certain issues that are going on, and now this is going to be the major point. This is going to be the major shift that we're actually going to be going through. How is this going to happen, and why is this going to be so important? It is going to be important for all of us because I'm talking about the global awareness. I'm talking about the spiritual awareness. I'm talking about the global spiritual awakening indeed, and it is going to concern you and you and you and you and you, every single one of us. This is the time of reawakening. This is the time of awakening, and this is most certainly the time when people are going to wake up. People are about to wake up to what is going on. People are about to wake up to what is happening, and people are about to get together. Now it's the time. This is a global thing. This is very spiritual, and now it's the time for the people to get together indeed. So what is going to happen, and how is this going to develop, and when is this all going to stem from? It's from the fact that this week from 25th until the 31st, it's also going to have a very significant thing that is going to happen. That particular thing that is going to happen is going to be very significant because that particular thing is going to be big, that particular thing is going to be huge, that particular thing is going to be massive, and that particular thing is going to be the reason why people are going to wake up. As I said, it's all about the spiritual awakening. It's all about this world. It's all about the things that are going on around us, and it's all about us. It's all about the spirituality and the way we are going to go through this dimension from the 25th until the 31st of March. It is going to be good because people are going to realize something really significant. It is going to be the way out of the negative situation that was bringing lots of people down and that was confusing lots of people. And this is the global energy. I'm talking about the global dimension. I'm talking about the global energy indeed. So that particular week from the 25th of March, until the 31st of March is going to be probably one of the most significant weeks when it comes to people realizing something really important on a global scale. Okay, so now I'm going to start this weekly horoscope tarot card reading, of course, with this horoscope sign of Aries. My gorgeous Aries, you are going to have a really busy week, but it's going to be quite interesting indeed, because it's going to start with a certain news that you are going to hear. That particular news that you are going to hear at the beginning of this week is just going to kind of change your mind about a certain situation and a certain issue in your life that arose some time back, and maybe just change your way of thinking slightly about your future. Now this is going to be an important week because you're going to kind of start feeling very drawn to the certain message, very drawn to the certain idea, and this is going to involve you changing certain things about your life, you changing certain things about your habits, you changing certain things about the way you go around your life, and also there is something going to change when it comes to you, the way you think about your future. And now, babies, the way this is going to happen is because there is it's not only about the good news that you are going to receive, my sweetnesses, but it's all about a very, very important opportunity that is just going to become significant to you. Very, very important opportunity is going to become evident to you, and that is just going to be followed with like a little bit of a challenge, but you're just going to really like it because this is all going to be about your proposition, all about you going to the second level, next stage of your life. And also, looking at the big picture, this is just going to be something really good because financially this is most certainly going to start making sense to you. So the areas in your life that haven't been that vibrant, now they will become certainly vibrant because of this particular situation that you're going to have. A very interesting request you're going to have. Very, very interesting request indeed. What else I was going to say, that now you're going to be something is going to be required from you. You're going to need to do something. You're going to need to change something when it comes to your immediate possession. When it comes to your possession, when it comes to something that you possess, obviously something that you think of really highly of, and something that it really interests you, and it needs your input. It is going to need your input. Do you know what I mean? This could be your home, this could be your car, this could be something else. It all depends, but a certain possession of yours that is just giving you lots of determination, and something that you have been focusing on, and something that makes you feel happy, and something that makes you also secure. You're going to need to put a certain energy to it. You're going to need to make a little readjustment when it comes to that, and that in itself is just going to give you really wonderful determination. I like this week for you because this week is just going to be really good because you're going to start feeling really good about yourself. The optimism is going to come back. A beautiful determination is going to come back, and also you're just going to start looking forward to certain things. There are a couple of things that are going to become kind of evident to you, which is going to happen in your very, very soon, in about 3 months time. And this is why there's the whole new determination going to come through. Beautiful light at the end of the tunnel, and as I said, this light is going to be very strong, much more of the sun than the actual light. I really like it because the whole new determination is going to come through this week, honestly. And also, what else I was going to say, that a certain person in your life who means to you a lot as well, whether this is your child or whether this is your family member, like a mother, father, if you've got one, or whether this is somebody who you really really think the world of, the certain person in your life who you really, really love, and who you were worried about something went quite wrong in their life, roughly about 24 months ago, within the last 24 months. So that made you really worry. Now that particular person whom you were worrying about is going to have a really good news, and that in itself is just going to kind of let you relax, and this is also going to be really good to you as well. On another hand, financial situation is just going to start looking rather nice this week, and something is going to become available to you, but most certainly I wouldn't say that this is going to be a week to overspend or to waste the money or something like that. When it comes to money and when it comes to spending, just try to avoid overspending or avoid spending this week. And also there's going to be somebody a little bit of a tricky person around you, and that's why I need you to be a little bit careful. And when it comes to the certain things about your life, when it comes to about your personal things, what you do, about your banking and things like that, personal things, to keep it to yourself, because this person is going to be kind of hidden. This person you're not going to be able to notice, because it's almost like a little tiny little snaky snake, but it's in the grass, so you can't see it, but you just make sure that you don't step on it. And that's why I'm just trying to let you know, in order for you not to step on it, you just kind of keep certain things to yourself this week. Just be like a little bit careful, that's all. Okay, so what else I was going to say, that when it comes to the actual health, you see, I can see that the energy levels are going to be like uva-va, ooh la la, ooh va va. I've just made up like ooh va va, va va voom, and ooh la la in between these two. Ooh va va, just for you, Aries. Yeah, so basically, the energy levels are going to be like really good. And I wanted to say like ooh la la, because I think that there's a certain radiance that you're going to have, and you will kind of want to reconnect with the people, and that's really good. And the energy, you're going to feel really good, and people are going to be able to notice this, okay? But on another hand, your teeth and your gums are going to be very sensitive, okay? The teeth and the gums in general are going to be quite sensitive areas, so which means that if you could actually get like something like a strong dose of vitamin C has been like a really important, like not only for you, but for lots of signs lately, you know, it's this particular vibration, it's this particular energy that is going around, and it's just making people like a kind of like going through the similar things indeed. And when it comes to you, you've got a teeth and you've got a gums, you see, that are going to be sensitive, as I already said, and you just need like a strong dose of vitamin C at around 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. And if you can take this every single day, it will be absolutely brilliant, because as I said, vitamin C, it's absolutely fantastic, it's brilliant. If you take it on a regular basis, it's just going to be, you're barely going to have any cold or flu and things like that. So that's what I'm saying, just when it comes to your teeth and gums, vitamin C is absolutely brilliant, because it helps with repair and it helps with healing when it comes to these things. On another hand, also try to brush your teeth and with like a natural toothpaste without fluoride, and also natural mouthwash without fluoride. If you could have a natural mouthwash without fluoride with aloe vera juice in and tea tree oil, fantastic combination for this kind of sensitivity indeed. On another hand, what else I was going to say is like when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, you see this week it's going to be like a little bit strange, because I think that there's going to be like a little bit of a friction in between you two, and I would be like, oh my god, just stay away please, no. One of those, wow, you know, as soon as you turn around and say something, no. No, it's like it is going to be like a little bit like a touchy feely situation in between you two this week. But this is because the energies are going to be very strong, the vibrations are going to be very powerful, which are going to kind of sometimes affect us in a certain way indeed, because it will of course affect our balance. If our balance wasn't affected, then we wouldn't be able to realize this, and we wouldn't be able to realize this global awareness, this information, this message that we are all going to have, all going to receive, and all going to realize. And this is why, you know, certain things will kind of suffer. But when it comes to the actual relationship, like in between you and your partner this week, you just need to be like a little bit like just to prepare you. There's going to be a little bit of stroppiness, but this is only this week, and it's just like I think that your partner is also going to be going through something really interesting. No, I wouldn't use the word interesting, but your partner is going to be going through something like a little bit of some kind of a negative situation, and that is just going to drain their energy quite a lot as well, and that in itself is just going to reflect on you, and maybe perhaps your partner is going to try to take something out on you just to prepare you. It's only going to be like that for the week, and then after that it's going to be absolutely fine. Okay, so next thing that I was going to say, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, do you know what, at around the time, this is going to be an interesting week, because it is all about the realization. At around the time when you kind of realize certain thing about your success, about your direction, about a certain stage of your life where you were kind of putting your lots of like a concentration towards, lots of energy towards and things like that. Now you're going to have a really nice realization about your own personal success, and you are going to find yourself being at a certain advantage as well, which is even better indeed. But on another hand, what else I was going to say, it is just like basically the certain person is just gonna kind of like come in and out slow. Somebody is just gonna come into your sphere, or somebody is gonna come into your energy, very close to you, close to your element, you see, and then that particular person is just gonna go away, but you will not know who this is, but this person will be around you. There is going to be a very strong reconnection with this person, so perhaps you can kind of like make it a little bit easier for yourself. That person is a very strong connection to number 7 when it comes to that person, but also also within the next 7 months after this moment, your paths are going to cross again. But this is somebody who's going to be very special in your life later on indeed. Just remember, you will not know who is that straight away, who this will be with straight away. But to kind of click who this could be, it's at around the time when you hear good news about your own personal success, but you will realize it's a lot to do with your own advantage. This is going to be around the time that week when this person is just going to be around you just for a few seconds, just for a few moments, and they will go and then they will come back. But this is someone that is just going to become very significant later on. Okay, so now the next sign, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be, of course, Taurus, my beautiful baby. You are going to have your wings spread really nicely this week, and you're going to fly, because something very powerful is going to be revealed to you, and you're going to like it. It's a lot to do with what you wanted to do. It's a lot to do with what you were focusing on in the last 4 months as well. It was like a one step at a time, and you were waiting for the right moment. You were waiting for the right time to kind of make a certain decision based on what you were doing and what you were focusing on the last 4 months. There is something really big going to happen here, and other people are going to be involved here as well. It is just some kind of decision that you're going to make, and this is a really important decision, because it is not, this life is too short. I keep on saying, we live, we don't live forever. We are only here temporarily on this earth, and then our home is somewhere else. And that's why I'm saying, on this earth we are to learn, and that's why basically this life just is so short. But that's why I'm saying, just like, don't put things aside for too much. Don't like keep on putting aside and just saying, oh, I'm going to do this later. No, the reason why am I saying this, I'm not saying that this is what you're doing, but this particular situation is going to arise. So therefore, karmically, you're going to have to deal with a particular situation this week, my beautiful Taurus, because this is going to be really important, and it is going to bring you a realization that you're going to have to make a really powerful decision. That decision is going to be mature and really powerful decision that you are going to make, and only you can do this. Only you can think about this. Only you can make this decision. Only you can be the one who can start this. It's to do with you. It's to do with your life, and it's to do with your particular spiritual journey. There is a good news that you're going to have about the financial situation, and I think that's really good indeed, because it's all about your own particular accomplishment, and there is somebody in your life that is around you, very much so close to you, that is just kind of starting to do really well, and you're going to be so happy for their particular success indeed, because you love them, they mean to you so much, and that in itself is just going to be so good for you as well. The whole new realization you are going to have, and the particular realization that you are going to have, it's going to come also in the form of like a really good energy from somebody else. So therefore, somebody is going to really motivate you, and this is going to be absolutely the right person to actually motivate you indeed. I really like this week because you're gonna be able to make a really good decision, but especially when it comes to finances, the financial situation, and kind of using the finances and doing something. This is going to be the really big point, really important point, because you're going to make a really important and really powerful decision, of course. Okay, what else I was going to say, there's going to be this situation also this week when you're going to come across a certain person that you haven't seen in a really long time, but there is going to be the special message that person is also going to have for you. And also, don't rush into any decisions this week. Just remember, one step at a time. Do not rush into any decisions whatsoever. In fact, this week is also not going to be good, not going to be great to make a really big decisions. To think about it, to absorb, to filter it, and things like that. Absolutely, yes. But then again, to actually action them this week, no. So this week it's all about making decisions, thinking about them, and things like that, but not to actually action them. To action them, it's going to be absolutely perfect the week after this. But this is going to be like some kind of a thinking week, and it's going to be brilliant because so much is just going to start making sense, and it's also going to help you to kind of like see the picture from a slightly different angle. This is going to be the week of readjustment. This is going to be the week of rebirth, literally. So that's why you just don't do things straight away then and there. This week, as I said, it's about making decisions, making important decisions, putting your input, but not doing them straight away. It's just like kind of like deciding, and then after that week it's going to be like a wonderful unfoldment that you're actually going to have. And this is going to be beautiful because it's going to be a lotus moment. So you will see exactly what I mean. Just remember, one step at a time. Do you know what? And before the end of this week, before the end of this week, you know, you are going to have a turning point. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. This is going to be absolutely amazing, and you are going to kind of like be really ecstatic. Like you're gonna feel, Taurus, how you didn't feel in a really long time. You're gonna feel happiness, you're gonna feel excitement, you're gonna feel this wonderful, amazing burst of energy. And this is because you are entering a very special time of your life, very special part of your life indeed. And you are also having a turning point that is about to happen, that is about to manifest, and now it's all about like your own particular wheel of fortune. There's gonna be the situation that you're gonna be part of, and you're gonna be surrounded by like unusual people in an unusual situation, and which means that something is going to happen, and you know, the part of your spiritual journey is going to be that it's all going to need to be like really new around you and things like that. So you're going to be part of like an unknown situation, and it is going to make you to react in a certain way, and that particular reaction in a certain way is going to be your answer, because there is a whole new creativity that is actually going to come out of it. I really like it, because this is most certainly the time of your own personal rebirth, my babies. Okay, what else I was going to say? Now, when it comes to your health, you see, I like it because, you know, the energy levels are going to be quite good, and you will be able to feel this indeed. On another hand, the only a little bit of a negative energy that I'm actually seeing is going to be at around your throat area, and your throat is going to be like a little bit sensitive. So basically, what would I like to really highly suggest you is to have like an apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is absolutely brilliant because it's got a certain acidity in it, and it's absolutely fantastic when it comes to like a sore throat indeed, and it's natural. So I would suggest you like highly to get like an apple cider vinegar and to drink this every single day throughout this week, and maybe for the couple of weeks as well, and to have like in a little bit of like a warm water, you put just a little bit of teaspoon of the apple cider vinegar without any rubbish or without any chemicals indeed in it, you know, without any unnecessary ingredients. You know, I hate chemicals, I don't like any chemicals, and I do not like unnecessary ingredients, because especially when we are taking something like on a regular basis, you know, it's like anti-caking agents and all this rubbish. It's like, what is this all about? You know, but when you're taking on a regular basis, like every single day, it's not really good, because your body just ends up being filled with rubbish, basically. And it's really bad for the energy, and it's bad for the vibrations, you know, so it's not good for grounding and things like that. So that's why I'm saying it's so important. Like if you could take this apple cider vinegar, this is going to be something absolutely brilliant, and it's just going to help you with your sore throat indeed. What else I was going to say, when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, you know, just be very careful this week, you know, when it comes to your partner as well, because there's going to be like a little bit of materialistic trouble around. No, not too much, but it's just going to be not going to be the right time to actually maybe overspend or spend too much or something like that. But especially when it comes to your partner, they need to be really careful, because they will want to do something, they will want to spend something on something really huge, something really massive, but or something really unusual, but something that costs a little bit more. So please just remember, please say to your partner that just not to do it this week, maybe week after, yeah, but not this week. It is not going to be the good time. The vibrations are not going to be just good for this, okay? Now, for those of you that are actually single, there is somebody quite unusual that is going to cross your path this week. Okay, there is someone really unusual that is going to pass across your path this week, and there's just somebody that is going to remind you of somebody, and you have to be a little bit careful here, because that particular person is going to remind you of somebody else, and I need you to kind of let that person go. The bottom line is that this week some kind of lover from the past is going to kind of return in your mind, and then it's just going to kind of reflect on things around you, and then you're just going to kind of invite these people into your life which will kind of remind you of that person. Yeah, we can do that subconsciously indeed, and there is going to be somebody that you're going to be reminded by, and that particular person is somebody who is from your past. So please, this person that you you will kind of think about that you will want to be back with, it's not somebody that you should be with, because your spiritual journey came to an end. Sometimes our spiritual journeys, they need to like kind of like get together again. It all depends. Sometimes people get separated, then they do their own thing. It depends on their spiritual journeys, and then people get back together. But you know, sometimes, you know, our spiritual journey literally came to an end, and if it came to an end with somebody else, then if we are together again, it's not going to be good. It's going to be like two couples that are really unhappy, and the two couples, when they're really unhappy, they're just draining each other's energy, whether on another hand they can be happy with somebody else. So this is just the realization. Taurus is the realization, important realization that I need you to have, that I need you to realize. So once you have this realization, you will be able to move on. Perhaps you still maybe feeling a little bit negative about your previous partner. Have a think about it. Just have a think about it. 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 Okay? So now the third sign that I'm going to be talking about is, of course, going to be Gemini. Now, Gemini, it is all about you feeling like you're vavaroom this week. You're going to feel like you're on top of the world. You're going to feel really like powerful. You're going to feel like cool. You're going to feel sexy. You're going to feel really radiant. You're going to have your power back, and you're going to like this. And there is also going to be a certain attention that you are going to have, and the certain attention that you are going to feel this week, and you will be able to get this from other people. And I think that this is something, this energy is absolutely wonderful, because you like when people notice you. Of course, you like a little bit of a flirting, you like a little bit of a fun, but who doesn't at the end of the day? But this is going to be absolutely brilliant week to just kind of like relax and have a you know, chill out and just have a good time, because you will be noticed by people, and this is going to be really interesting. And also somebody very prominent in your life, somebody very important in your life, somebody who you think of very highly. It's going to have a very special message for you, whether you see this person, whether this is your spiritual leader, whether this is your spiritual advisor, whether this is like your friend who is like a super spiritual. It all depends. It's somebody who you think of really highly. It's going to have a life-changing information for you. Okay, whether this is going to come like this directly, or if you speak to somebody, or if you're just like watching someone like myself, like for example, and then you're getting like the certain message and it all makes sense to you. But this is going to be absolutely amazing, and this is going to be absolutely significant, and especially with a certain stage of your life that was creating you problems, and it's to do with you kind of being prevented because of that situation from like seeing further, reaching further, and your like a kind of ideas, you know, optimism when it comes to the certain ideas was kind of blocked and kind of prevented because of this situation, which means that you were affected in a certain way. You're very deep sign, you're very powerful in many different ways, but you can also get affected, you know, in a different ways, you know, when it comes to your energy and things like that, you know, you can get affected, you know, in your own ways, indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say is just basically like that is just going to be a very interesting idea that you are going to have. Do not forget about this particular idea, because this idea, if you kind of implement it properly, if you kind of focus on it properly, just see what you feel attached to this week, my sweetnesses. See what you feel attached to this week, because there's a certain idea that you are going to have, and this week is also going to be rather fertile, you know, when it comes to these particular ideas, you know, and also there is going to be a strong connection with the 31st of October 2019. Interesting that it's actually going to be the 31st of October 2019, which is Samhain or Halloween, which is a very strong day when it comes to the spirituality, when it comes to the spirit, this world and the spirit world, you know, the veil in between is really thin, but also at the same time we are going to have a very strong messages like from our spirit guides, and it's not only about our spirit guides, but it's about the relatives that have passed away who want to reach us and give us a message. So this is going to be the direct continuation of this week. You went all spooky, Gemini. Okay, so this is all going to be like a very significant when it comes to this particular week, because that is the 31st of October. It's actually going to be the direct continuation of this, indeed. And also the certain choice, like couple of choices that are going to be also very significant. This is going to be really, really good. I really like it, because I can see this big smile on your face as well, and the social relationships, you know, are going to be like a quite strong here. As I said, there is going to be the competition that you're going to be the part of, and you're going to do really, really well. You may not not know that you're part of the competition, or you may know that you're part of the competition. It all depends. However, just whatever you do this week, just to give 100%, because you're going to be watched. But the bottom line is that you're going to do really, really well indeed. Now, when it comes to your health, you see, it is basically that you have like your eyes are going to be very dry. Your eyes are going to be very sensitive, and I have seen this before. It's very significant for you to take, and it's very important for you to take something like a beta carotene, which you can get like from the carrots. But in your case, I think it's going to be again very significant to get something like a blue-green algae from the capsules. Blue-green algae or powder. You can have a blue-green algae, and it comes from the sea. Obviously, it's rich of like a really nice, it's a full of nice nutritions, of course, and it's good for so many different things when it comes to our skin, hair, nails, when it comes to our digestion and things like that. But also it has got like a beta carotene. That's my natural form of beta carotene, is actually from blue-green algae, which I take myself, and it's just something I would highly suggest you to get. So when you get like a dry eyes and things like sensitive eyes, just please try to like take like a blue-green algae in tablet form or capsule form, organic. Again, just make sure that there are no unnecessary ingredients added in this bleach. So it means it needs to be just blue-green algae, literally. Okay, when it comes to the actual Gemini that are single, and when it comes to the Gemini that are actually in relationship, now the Geminis in relationship is just going to be this is going to be an important time indeed, because you're going to learn something very special about your partner, and I like it. This is going to be a very good time. This is going to be a very positive time when it comes to partners, because I really like it, because you know what? It is going to take your relationship somewhere else. It is going to take your relationship on the new level, and I really, really like it. It's going to surprise you, and you're going to see something like something, for example, how complex your partner are, and you're going to like this, because it's going to turn you on. You know, it's going to revive your love. I like it indeed. Okay, now when it comes to those of you that are actually single, there is someone in particular that is just going to make you feel really warm this week. There is somebody that you are going to meet, somebody that you are going to see, somebody that you didn't see before, somebody that you didn't meet before. That particular person is just someone who is just having a really beautiful balance, work-life balance, somebody very smart, somebody very clever, and somebody very intelligent. So you will see this person, and that is just somebody that is just kind of going to it's going to make you realize that you like certain type of person, and you are going to find out something very interesting about yourself through this situation. This person is just going to be somebody who is going to be passing by in your life. This is not necessarily about a love. This is not necessarily about making love, about falling in love and things like that. But it's the actual realization that you are going to have about yourself through this person, about your love life, about your single love life, about who would you like to be with next. This is a very, very deep, and it's very complex actually issue going to be, not in a bad way, but in a really good way, because there is a wonderful unfoldment of the situation that you are going to have through this opportunity when you come across this person. As I repeat, you haven't seen this person before, you haven't met this person before, and this person is going to be playing an important role. You will see, because through this person you are going to meet somebody who is just going to become a prominent figure in your life later on. Just remember, my Geminis, one step at a time, my babies. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be Cancerians. Now, Cancerians, you are again going to be angry this week. No. Why are you angry again? You're gonna be stroppy again, Cancerian. Don't be stroppy. No, I'm joking. Basically, what it is, I have to remind you, this is going to be a very strong week when it comes to karma. And sometimes when it's a strong week when it comes to karma, it means that the energy levels are going to be like a very sensitive. The energy levels are going to be very high, which on another hand means that these vibrations are going to affect every single one of us, like in a slightly different ways as well. We're going to feel the same urge, like what I said before, of this particular energy, but then on another hand, it's just going to kind of affect us in so many different ways. When it comes to you, you're going to have to like remember who this is that you're still like kind of like holding some kind of a grudge against, because it's going to be very important for you to kind of forgive and forget. But I'm not only saying this like I'm just trying to be like, oh God, you know, look at him, like forgive and forget. So easy to say. Of course it's easy to say. I know. But it's not about you forgive and forget, my sweetnesses, okay? This is how it goes. It's karma. It's karmically connected. So the whole week is full of karma and it's karmically connected, which means that as soon as you realize who are you still holding on for, who are you still kind of holding certain grudge against, who are you thinking about really negatively, perhaps somebody that like hurt you in the past, you know, who cares? Just no, not who, I didn't mean to say who cares, but I said like when it comes to our own attitude against these people, this is how it should be. You should just like really forgive and forget. It's not only about that, but that is instantly going to bring you karma. And the karma that I'm talking about is the fact that there's going to be the certain idea, immediately you're going to be slapped like this in your face, like ow, because you're going to have immediately like a certain idea, and it's just I can't express I can't express how important this is going to be, because you're gonna like this. Something very important is going to be revealed to you through this idea, and you wouldn't realize this idea, you wouldn't have this idea if you didn't forgive and forget to this particular person that I'm actually now talking about. And that in itself is going to be really good for you, and that in itself is just actually going to be the beginning of your own personal rebirth. My Cancerians, my beautiful Cancerians, I really like you, and this is going to be amazing. This is going to be very deep. You know, this week is going to be half and a half. The week of realization, the week of thinking, the week of deepness, the week of happiness, and the week of like you know, like communication and reconnection with the people in our lives. But it's so important because there is a very important promotion that is going to become significant here. When I say promotion, my sweetnesses, it doesn't mean necessarily like if you are like, for example, working for the company or something like that. You can like be working for yourself, and then the promotion could mean it's just like you kind of going on the whole next stage of your like a business journey, for example. So it all depends. If you're looking for work, just keep on applying for work, because there's something mind-blowing about to enter your life. And that's why I'm saying because Cancerians, listen to me very carefully. You get this right, and you are going to have one of the biggest readjustments of your life, one of the biggest rebirths of your life, and it's going to happen this week indeed. So that's why I'm saying that this is so important. Also, resolution of the problem is coming. Absolutely fantastic. A conclusion to something that you were really scared of even thinking about. So there's a really wonderful conclusion coming, but you know, you're going to have to like kind of have a certain compromise indeed. An important reconnection with a certain people in your life, which is going to make sense to you a little bit more later on indeed. But a very good news about your skill, of course. When it comes to your the actual health, you see it is just like your bones and your skeleton. It's going to be like a little bit of a sensitive area. So I would just ask you nicely if you can take like a vitamin D, like again natural, without any rubbish ingredients or anything like that. It is just going to be something that you're going to really benefit from taking every single day. On another hand, it is also going to be digestion issues that you're going to, and not huge issues like digestion problems. It is going to be quite you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to find it like a little bit more difficult, not difficult, but a little bit uncomfortable stomach. You will be able to feel your stomach, you will be able to sense your stomach and things like that. Please, aloe vera juice. I said this a million times. Aloe vera juice is something that I highly recommend when it comes to your digestion indeed, because it's full of vitamins and minerals, and it's also it's having a really soothing effect when it comes to your stomach and when it comes to your digestion as well. On another hand, for those of you that are in relationship, it's just like you and your partner are going to make a really big decision this week, and that decision is going to be mind-blowing because it's going to surprise both of you. And this is what this mixture of these wonderful energies are going to bring. So there is going to be a really brave and wonderful decision that you and your partner are going to make this week, and it's just going to kind of go towards the one direction in life, but it requires you to be very brave, because it is also connected to the unknown areas in your life, and that's why it's a brave situation. However, it is going to be fantastic. However, you're going to both realize your own capacity, and this week is going to be absolutely life-changing when it comes to the relationship. The whole new option is going to be revealed to both of you. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are actually single, this is not going to be the week that you're going to find somebody, like that you're going to end up with somebody. But when when it comes to those of you that are single, there is a very important message that is going to arrive. Very important message that you're going to have. That message that you're going to have, that message that is going to arrive, it's going to be connected to the person that you already know. It's going to be somehow connected to the person that you already know and that you already like. But you are going to kind of having a very kind of important realization through this. And that particular realization that you are going to have, it's actually going to set you free. Okay? Now, the next sign that I'm talking about, and I'm going to be talking about, of course, is going to be gorgeous, gorgeous Leo. Now, Leo, it is just a very powerful realization you are going to have about yourself and about your life, and it's going to come in the form of a vision, and it's also going to come in the form of you realizing a certain bravery. You needed a certain bravery, you needed a certain strength, you needed a certain power. You were preparing yourself for this moment for really long time, and now this moment is about to happen. Okay, now there is going to be like the sorry, now it's going to be like a really wonderful realization that you are going to have, and really wonderful energy that you are going to have, and it is just going to kind of make you, kind of push you, you know, like to do something that you wanted to do when it comes to making a really big change, because the success is here. This is what I was going to say, that this is going to be really good success, when a really good week when it comes to your own personal success, but especially when it comes to the things that you have been focusing on. Again, I've got a cat's hair, sorry. God! Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so this is going to be a really important week when it comes to the actual last 9 months. What you were focusing on and what you wanted to happen in the last month, where you kind of felt that your energy was drained, you know, you will realize that you were maybe worrying a little bit too much, and the balance is going to be absolutely perfect. The bottom line is that there is going to be an advantage situation that you are going to have, and with somebody else, through somebody else, some kind of, not a support, but the realization that you're not by yourself, the realization that there is a shoulder for you to be there, you know, the realization that there is some kind of energy, power, and some kind of like other energy and power that is just around you, that is just going to make you feel a little bit better, and it's going to give you the certain confidence in order to move on with your life. This is going to be an important time, because also it's just going to make you feel really creative, and this is how you're going to know it. Every single time when you think that you're going to change a certain certain life, certain stage of your life, you see what you do. Every single time when you focus on it, you're going to start feeling really good and really creative, and this is going to be your answer. This is how you will know. This is how your subconscious mind and how your universe and spirits, your spirit guides, are going to communicate you this week. Number 74 is also going to be very significant. Number 74 is going to 74. I don't even know what the accent I'm putting here. 74. Never mind. It's going to be very significant here. However, there is going to be something very powerful happen here. There is going to be like a little bit of a partial loss that you're also going to feel, like a little bit of regret that you're going to feel, because the certain person in your life is maybe not going to responding to you, not going to be responding to you in a certain way. But then again, at the end of the day, you know, this is really good to find out on the time. This is good to find out when you're meant to find out. You know, it's a better to find out these things on time than just to let dragging on and dragging on and dragging on. So this basically is a certain partial loss that you're going to feel, and this is connected to the certain regret. But don't get like, oh God, what am I going to be crying? No. This is something that you know. This is something that's been going on in your life for quite a while, and you know, and especially for the last 6 months. Within the last 6 months, you know, this has been a part of your thinking, and it's all to do with you doing a change. It's all to do making certain changes in your life. This is all certainly connected, because you will realize also, you know, you can. This is going to be the week of you realizing that now this is it. You know, now this is literally it. You are going to change your life. You are about to start changing your life, and you are about to kind of cross the certain bridge. And once you cross the certain bridge after this week, things are going to be different, because you are going to find yourself in a different dimension, in a different area. Yeah, of course, everything is going to be the same, but you will see exactly what I mean. Your state of mind, it's all about you, your energy, your state of mind, and your happiness. However, financially, this is going to be really good, and you're going to end up with a really powerful option. There is an abandonment, certain abandonment that you're going to have, and this is normal, because this is all about a readjustment and about a certain adjustment. You're going to kind of like worry about a certain financial situation, about something, but you don't need to worry about the financial situation because you're going to do absolutely great. You see, I can see like a little bit of worry, a little bit of worry, a little bit of worry that you're going to have, but you don't need to worry at all, because in fact things are going to be completely opposite. You are going to end up realizing something really important about your life, your success, your money, and also you're going to start feeling very close, very close to the big change in your life, and you will see exactly what I mean. However, this is going to be the great and optimistic week indeed, because there are going to be ideas all around you and you're going to like them. Okay, so now what else I was going to say, that when it comes to the actual yes, one more thing that I was going to say, it is going to be just basically an apprenticeship. So this is going to be the big change. Even if you are retired, it doesn't matter. If you are retired, it is the apprenticeship that it means in your case that there is a whole new stage, that is a certain level, a certain direction that is going to become kind of available to you right in front of you, but it's so much to do with your life, but it's just about to kind of have a really wonderful effect on your life, because it's going to give you an edit, an adjustment, readjustment, which is going to lead towards your own personal rebirth. Okay, now what else I was going to say, my sweetnesses, is like when it comes to the actual health, you are going to feel like a little bit it is going to be like energetic at one time, you know, maybe in the morning, maybe at certain time, you know, in a day you're going to feel quite energetic, but then again the energy is going to be there, but the energy is going to go away quite quickly. So there's going to be the certain tiredness that you're going to feel this week, but the tiredness that you're going to feel this week is just going to be because you're going to be so close to the actual slightly different dimension, and you are going to be thinking a lot. You're going to be thinking about the whole bigger picture and the bits and pieces of the bigger picture of your life that you didn't see before, and now you're going to be able to attach to them and to connect to them, and that's why this is going to kind of drain your energy a little bit. Very important to take like B vitamins indeed. Please try to take a B vitamins, not only for this week but throughout for the next like about 4 weeks after that. I would highly recommend you to have and to take B vitamins, because you're going to benefit from it like there is no tomorrow. It's going to help you a lot with the tiredness. It's going to help you a lot with the stress levels as well. B vitamins I would highly recommend you to get in the form of a brewer's yeast. Brewer's yeast is a natural form of B vitamins without any rubbish, without any anti-caking agents and things like that. Brewer's yeast is something that I highly recommend. It's a natural form of B vitamins. Please get that. Okay, what else I was going to say, for those of you that are in relationship, it's a wonderful situation going to unfold, and the situation that is going to unfold is in between you and your partner, going to be focusing on building something together, something really important, something really big, and something really significant. And only people who actually really love each other, only people who really know each other, you know, can actually do this. So there is something very important going to happen as in between you two being committed to the certain task at hand. But this is going to be so good because I can also see two people getting closer together. Perhaps you kind of drifted apart lately, perhaps you were really busy, perhaps you didn't spend the time with each other, you know, it all depends. However, now I can see two people getting closer together, and that's really good. For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, oh la la, Leo, you're gonna be a little bit naughty. No, for those of you that are single, you know, there is some kind of new situation going to happen here, and I can see that you're gonna start something new, whether this is going to be maybe going out somewhere, or maybe new direction, maybe new area, maybe new yoga class or something like that, maybe new Tai Chi class or something like that, maybe when you go to run somewhere for the first time. However, there is a somebody that is just kind of really make you feel really good about yourself. You know, there is someone that you're going to start liking this week. The bottom line is that there is someone that you're going to start fancying this week. There is someone that you're going to start liking this week, and it is going to be vice versa. That person is going to start liking you back, but it is going to start happening very slowly, and it is going to be one step at a time, but it is going to be the right person for you indeed. But you will know, because you will have that feeling here. You will have your vavavoom feeling here. Look, vavavoom. Okay, so now Now the next sign I'm going to be talking about is going to be Virgolinis. Okay, my gorgeous Virgos. Now this week is going to be like, wow, you're going to be like all over the place. Very, very busy, and there's going to be a strong, substantial progress of your life that you are going to have. Strong, fantastic progress that you are going to have. Fantastic progress that you are going to feel, and this is going to happen right at the beginning of the week, and it's going to happen in the form of you feeling very, very vavavoom-ish. Because you're gonna feel really good, like it's that optimism that is going to come through, optimism that is going to come forward, and it's going to make you feel very energetic, very happy in the daily existence, and that is just going to reflect on you in such a great way, because you're going to realize, my babies, that you didn't feel like this in a long time, and this automatically, when you Virgo feel like this, automatically the radiance is like poof, like that, and then automatically the eyes and the radiance, the energy is like, oh my goodness. And this is when everybody else is able to notice this. It is the sacred power you will have. It is the sacred energy you will have. You will be able to do anything this week. You are going to be on top of the world. You will feel like you're on top of the world, Virgos. When you have this right balance of energy, you can do everything. Literally. You will be able to resolve the world's most mysterious puzzle, and this is exactly what is going to happen. A very powerful realization that you are going to have. Okay, there is a certain challenge that you are going to have. The certain challenge that you will and this challenge that you will have is just going to be first on an emotional level, because you will not to be sure about a certain stage of your life when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your partners, if you've got a partner, when it comes to your emotions in general. And also you will not be happy with, like, when it comes to like some kind of socialization. I said you're not going to be happy. You will want to reconnect, and you will want to connect with people here. I think that you're going to start feeling here in an emotional way, but it's just not in an emotional way that you're going to be crying, but you really will feel very, very strong, like you want to reconnect with the people in your life. You want to reconnect with the people who means to you the most. Again, perhaps you were just working a lot, you were focusing on other things, maybe you just drifted apart from the people like in your life that you haven't seen in a really long time, that they mean to you a lot. So this is going to be so important for you, because it is going to be the week of the actual reconnection of the people, the right people in your life. And also, you know what I like? See, you need to realize this, my babies. Look, how do I explain this? There is a certain influence that you're going to feel from somebody this week, and that particular person is just going to play a really important role and you realizing something really significant in your life. And yes, your spiritual journey will go on the next level. Okay, your spiritual journey will go on the next level once you kind of benefit from this particular energy from this person. The bottom line, my babies, is see who motivates you this week. See who you feel drawn to this week. See who you would like to be this week, and this is the energy that is just motivate you. This is the energy that is just going to bring something really wonderful into your life, and this is the energy that is going to become at the same time the beginning, because you're going to have a really massive realization of your life, and that in itself is just going to kind of start to be the beginning of something really big, the beginning of something really new. It is going to be the beginning of something really huge. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, and this is going to also have the second part in July 2019. July 2019, the end of July 2019. It is going to have a very strong connection with what is going on now this week. Okay, the end of July 2019. Okay, and also this is going to be vavavoom time to actually plant seeds. When I say to plant seeds, to start new things, for you, most certainly this is going to be the right thing. Anything new you want to start is just going to unfold 1,000 times. Anything new you want to begin, it's going to grow. Any plant you decide to plant, any seed you decide to plant is going to grow into something really huge, something really massive. And also this is going to be absolutely brilliant time for your own personal transition. Okay, this is what else I was going to say. This week is just all about the actual readjustment, regeneration, and rebirth. My beautiful babies, you will go through something really special. This week will be different. This week, as I said, will be be really special, and most certainly this is going to be the time of your own personal rebirth. Okay, what else I was going to say? A big change when it comes to home. Big change when it comes to home, but it's not only about the home that is the change is going to happen, but you will feel like you want to do the certain changes. You will feel like you want to make a certain changes, and this is really important, because anything different that we do throughout this week is just going to bring something else, which is going to help us to rediscover certain things on our particular spiritual journey. This is going to be the week of rediscovery and discovery when it comes to our spiritual journey, and especially when it comes to you, my babies, and especially when it comes to Virgos, because by the end of this week there's the whole new rebirth that you are going to have, that you are going to feel, and this is all going to be connected to the fact that you're just going to start feeling very, very closely connected to the whole new journey. Ooh, watch this space, my babies. Okay, and also, you know, what you wanted to do in like 36 months, what you were focusing on in a 36 months, it is going to become very evident here that it's about to happen. An accomplishment, a big accomplishment, huge accomplishment is about to happen, and you're going to realize this by the end of this week, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant, because it's just at the same time it's going to make you feel really good about yourself, but at the same time you will be able to help to someone else, and you're going to love this. You're going to love helping someone else. Okay, and when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Virgos, when it comes to the actual health, it is going to be skin dryness in general, especially dry skin on your hands, and especially dry skin on your feet, dry skin on your face. And so I just want to say to you, please try to use like a natural soaps, organic soaps if you can, natural creams and natural lotions if you can. And also very, very important to very important to mention that you're also going to again have a little bit of problems with your stomach, a little bit of problems with your tummy. You're not the only sign that it's actually going through this, and this is keep on happening with Virgo, and it's just something that's keep on happening. And what I would really suggest you is just to basically to when it comes to your digestion, it's also to try to drink like a chamomile tea. Chamomile tea is absolutely brilliant. It's very beneficial, and it's very essential, and it's not just a tea. Chamomile tea is way more than just a tea, okay? And if you can have a chamomile tea with a little bit of honey, not sugar, definitely not sugar, but with a little bit of honey, a little bit of lemon, organic lemon, and waxed organic lemon if possible, please. Okay, and this is something that I highly recommend when it comes to your digestion, try to drink lavender, okay. Try to drink try to drink chamomile tea throughout this week, but I would probably suggest you to drink it for about a couple of weeks after this point as well. Okay, so this is something that is going to help you with your tummy, and it's going to help you make you feel so much better almost immediately. Okay, and also what I was going to say, that for those of you that are actually in relationship, you see, it is that your partner is going to need a little bit of your help. Your partner is going to be going through something quite difficult. Your partner is going to be going through some kind of like a negative and sad time. Your partner is going to be affected by somebody else, and somebody else is just going to be going through something really bad, and then that is going to affect your partner. However, your partner will need a little bit of your vavavoom. Your partner is going to be needing a little bit of your help, so the best thing to do in this situation is just take them somewhere. This is how you deal with this energy. This is how you break this energy, or buy them something new, surprise them, anything like this, to kind of like try to kind of break this energy, kind of like, so they can kind of not just worry. So your partner is just going to need your little bit of your extra love this week. Okay, for those of you that are single, oh, Virgos, you're like a little naughty devil this week, aren't you? Yeah, for those of you that are single, I think that it is just all about rediscovery. It's so important, because Virgos, you're all going through something very special now, indeed. And this, what you're going to be going through, it's all about your own personal spiritual growth, about your rediscovery, and about your discovery. And this is going to mean to you so much, because by the end of by the time we get to the end of this week, there is a really, really mind-blowing realization that you are going to have about yourself, and this is going to be so good for you, so good for your confidence, so good for your radiance, so good for your particular spiritual journey. This is going to be absolutely brilliant for you, your self-esteem and your power and your energy, indeed. It is just going to be really interesting time, because you're going to like it. You will be noticed by certain people, single Virgos, and you're going to like which people are going to notice. You're going to like the energy, you're going to like these people people and you're going to think, do they really fancy me? Oh my God, they like me. I can't believe they fancy me. And it's going to be that type of thing. Of course they fancy you. Of course they like you. You're gorgeous. So this is what is going to happen this week, Virgo. It's just you kind of enjoying yourself, flirting and having a great time. Okay, so now the next sign I'm going to be talking about is going to be Libra, 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 Libra. Of course it's Libra. And again, you just don't care this week. No, I'm joking. No, this is brilliant. You know, you are just kind of going to have a certain confidence this week that it's going to blow you away, that it's going to blow people around you away. Please, 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 my beautiful Libra, Libra, Libra. This is a very important month for you to start new things, for you to deal with those things in your life that are driving you nuts, with those things in your life that you don't feel comfortable about, and with those people in your life that you just kind of left a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth when you kind of went in touch with them last time. You know, people who you don't like, people who are very uncomfortable, and people who have a very low vibration. It's not really pleasant normally to deal with. It is just a wonderful, powerful strength that you are going to have, wonderful, powerful strength that you are going to feel, and that strength that you are going to feel and that strength that you are going to have is just going to be something like your own personal weapon, but a weapon like a spiritual weapon, not like a horrible weapon like in a bad way weapon, but a spiritual weapon. This is going to be fantastic. Okay, so just to let you know, anything negative that you can't deal with, that you don't like to deal with, this week is going to be absolutely brilliant. You have to use this energy. You must use this energy, Libra, because this energy is here now and it's going to come back not that soon. And that's why I'm saying that this is going to be the great week for you, when you can just kind of find yourself on top of the world. And this is exactly what is going to happen, my babies. You're going to feel very energetic. You're going to feel very good. You're going to feel very powerful. The confidence is going to be back. You're going to be busy, 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 busy. And also you will be surprised because there are going to be a couple of situations that are going to happen that are going to be so connected to your past, you know, and it's going to be connected to the certain absence as well. And it's going to require from your own input as well this week. And that is going to surprise you a little bit, but don't worry. It's nothing unusual, because this is a highly charged and highly powerful week when it comes to the actual karma. So there's going to be a lot of happening this things from the past are going to be keep on coming back. Certain situations from the past are going to be keep on coming back in the form of a certain energy, which is going to make us realize and kind of remind us that we still need to deal with certain issues until we kind of like come on top of that, you see. So that's why this is nothing unusual. There is going to be like a little disappointment, okay, about somebody. I know that there will be like a little bit disappointment about a certain person, but then, you know, this is going to be a really good disappointment, because it's also going to teach you certain lesson in your life. It's going to make you realize it's something really important, but it's also going to help you to move on with your life. So we have got a little bit of a yin-yang moment, but it's going to be vavavumlishly good for you, because there is something, a certain recognition is going to come through this. Certain recognition is going to come through this, but you are going to realize something. You are going to kind of realize, oh my God, why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I go towards that direction before? Why didn't I have that confidence before? Was this all I needed to do? Is this type of thing that you're going to feel, my babies? Very, very good indeed. Also, you know, when it comes to like your working life, this is going to be a very strong week, because you will really have a strong honor, which means that somebody from your work is going to notice you. If you want to get noticed, my sweetnesses, do 100%, like give 100% throughout the week, because you will be watched, but you will not even know it. But you know that Sasha told you, so that's how you will know it. So, but basically, you are going to be watched and you are going to be recognized from the people at work, and this is going to be brilliant, because it's going to be great honor and it's going to be great accomplishment, and it's something that you wanted to happen in a long time. If you're looking for work, there is something really crazy going to happen here in the best possible way, a crazy offer. If you're like a good offer indeed, that is going to be like, oh wow, brilliant. And if you're retired, this is also also going to be the life-changing time, because you will be recognized by the people that you wanted to recognize, that therefore the certain issue that you had for a really long time, it's most certainly coming to an end. And I think that's absolutely brilliant, because this is all about your ultimate change. My beautiful Libras, this is going to be huge week, because this is going to be the week of the massive, huge change that you are going to start creating and you are going to start going through indeed. It's really brilliant. It's going to make you feel really fulfilled. It's going to make you feel really happy. You are going to realize something really important about your own capability. And as well, this is all about the rewards from a hard work. I'm so happy for you, my babies, because this is all about your own reward from your hard work. I'm absolutely ecstatic. You will be asked the question yes or no, and the answer to that question is going to be yes. And also there's the certain journey that you're going to start thinking about this time, certain journey you will plan on, certain journey you will go to. And this is an important time as well for you to think about your work-life balance. So that's why this is so significant, and that's why I'm saying this. You know, the realization that you've got more than you need to actually move on. So the moving on with your life is going to become very strong here and very evident in the best possible way, because the balance is going to be absolutely perfect. Wow. Libra. Okay, now my sweetnesses is like, when it comes to your health, it's like the energy levels are going to be like, hello my darling, you know, you're going to be brilliant. The energy levels are going to be fantastic, and you're going to have a perfect balance. You're Libra, you like your balance, okay? But what I was going to say, that you need to drink lots of water, because I can see like a little bit of negativity, and you're going to need to flush out the toxins indeed. So you're going to need to drink lots of water. Tap water, no, but the bottled water, yes, okay? So, and also cholesterol levels are going to be quite sensitive, so you're going to need to watch cholesterol levels. Please, whatever you eat, try to watch your cholesterol levels, and also try to eat lots of garlic. Garlic is going to be very significant. It's really fantastic when it comes to the actual cholesterol levels. You'll see, if you can eat garlic throughout this week, would be absolutely perfect, okay? When it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, ooh la la, it is all about prosperity, it is all about security, it is all about safety, it is all about a family, it's all about planning, important realization about your own security, about your own richness, about your own goodness, about your own power. There is something very strong going to happen, very important going to happen when it comes to your home, your both homes. Something really huge is going to happen, and it's going to feel good, and it's going to feel powerful, and it's also going to bring you the rewards of an old age and experience as well. But very important week for the couples, and very important week when it comes to the big change, big decision when it comes to like some kind of home or a living arrangement and things like that. Very, very powerful week indeed. When it comes to those of you that are actually single, oh my goodness, why am I keep on saying this? Libra. No, baby, no. You are also, now you are the second one. Oh, I don't know which, how many did I see so far, but this is like, it is not good time for you to kind of think about somebody else from your past that is not meant to be with you. So don't get tricked into the situation. You will be kind of very, this is going to be a sensitive time in order for you to get tricked into the situation when it comes to those of you that are single, because you're going to kind of start thinking about somebody, you're going to start feeling a little bit emotional, and you're going to miss somebody. But that is not the right person to miss. Somebody who's not part of your life anymore, and it's not meant to be part of your life. Okay, somebody who, you know, sometimes, as I said before, we separate and that's it, you know, and our spiritual journey came to an end. But sometimes we separate, we live our lives separately, and then the two spiritual journeys get back together again. It all depends what our spiritual journey is meant to be. But, my babies, avoid. Okay, so if there's somebody from your past try to come back, avoid. This is not somebody who you should be with, and that's the reason. There is a reason that you're not together anymore. And even if it's somebody whom you were like kind of thinking about and you may not have anything with, you know, like maybe you were just like kind of thinking about them, and that person becomes part of your mind again, it is not the right person. Avoid this person, because it's somebody who is just not meant to be with you. Okay, so don't get tricked into the situation. Okay, so the next sign I'm going to be talking about, of course, it's going to be Scorpio. come out to play. Okay, now Scorpio, my baby, you seem to be getting your little vavavoom back. You are going to get a confidence back. You are going to have your strength back, and I quite actually like it. And it's going to be a wonderful combination of energies that you are going to have. And also you're going to have to deal with somebody really like a weird person. You're going to have to deal with a weird person that is just not making you feel really good, that somebody who's having a really like a negative energy, and somebody who's just not making you feel really good about yourself. But this person, it appears around you every now and then, so you're gonna have to deal with this person. But the way you're gonna deal with this person is just like this time. Normally you were just like, oh God, you're just not gonna like it, but now this person is actually going to have a really good influence on you, really good impact on you, believe me or not, because something is going to happen with you through this person where you're gonna realize that it's just basically a certain confidence that you are going to have, certain energy that you are going to have, certain power that you have, and certain ability about yourself. And that in itself is going to become huge, because that in itself is just going to give you a really wonderful idea. First of all, it's just going to be like a tiny little idea, yeah, whatever. And then that is just going to kind of, as the time goes by, as the hours goes by, as the minute goes by, as the days go by, that is just going to start making really, really sense. As this every single day go by, there's a certain new puzzle in that picture. It's just going to kind of put itself there, and there's a bigger picture is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. Each day this picture is going to become bigger, and that particular picture is the picture of your immediate future. Okay, this is really important, because that in itself is just going to become a new starting point, but it's also going to make you realize that this is an important time, an important stage for you to make a really big decision in your life. And it's all about you, about your practicality and your security, because this is going to be the time of adjustment, readjustment. You will have the opportunity to have a really wonderful time. Not have a wonderful time, but you will have the opportunity to make a really huge edit in your life. But that edit that you will make is just going to require from you to be vavavoom brave, okay? You're just going to need to be brave a little bit. You needed this little brave. I'm not saying that you weren't brave before. You were only like uncertain because you were like kind of thinking about the whole picture. So now this is just all kind of start to make sense, because it's all about you and having your own personal transformation. This week also you will want to like kind of like really focus on things, like change things as much as you can around you, and you will want to kind of try different things. You will feel like very adventurous, and I like the fact that you will feel very adventurous, but in your immediate environment you will really feel like, oh God, I want to change this, I want to change that. But that's absolutely brilliant. This is nothing unusual, because you're Scorpio. You kind of feel energy, you feel energy, you sense energy, and especially when the seasons are changing, when the energy is changing, you really go with the flow, because you're a super sensitive part of this universe indeed. So this is why this is going to be very important for you to do, because it's like a little bit of a yin yang. I said this before, it's never good to have everything in the house always the same. We need to keep on changing things. We need to keep on changing things all the time, because it's all about the actual energy, the combination of energy, fresh energy and things like that. So that's why I think that this is going to be absolutely brilliant time. But it's just a whole new activity that you are going to have, and the whole new determination that you are going to have, and somebody is going to impress you so much, and the way you're going to feel is going to feel really, really good. The way you're going to be and the way this person is going to make you feel is just going to be absolutely right. Spiritually, someone very powerful is going to become the part of your life this week, and that particular person is going to become very significant. It's just somebody that you're going to look up to, and it's just going to be so good, because spiritually this particular person is going to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful effect on you. And this effect is exactly what you needed. This effect, this is the energy that you needed in order to move on with a certain stage in your life. I really like it, because this week you're also going to realize, that you're that step closer. You're just one step closer to your own advancement. And it's actually, you're actually a bit further. You've actually achieved even more. And there is the certain security that you will feel this week that you didn't feel before. And that certain security is going to make you realize your own success, your own material attainment, your own advantage. And that in itself is just going to make you feel so good, and it's just going to make you feel really victorious. I would say that this is a very, very victorious week when it comes to you, my beautiful Scorpios, but it's also going to be a very wonderful sense of achievement and a sense of rediscovery when it comes to your own spirituality. You will feel this spiritual awakening indeed, and you will see exactly what I mean. It is just a certain accomplishment that is just going to be your spiritual petrol, you know, it's your certain accomplishment that is just going to open your eyes and put a big smile on your face, and that is just going to bring you so much positive influence in your life. And other people are going to notice change in you this week. Other people are going to be able to notice the radiance in you this week. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, and it's a great time again to like a kind of like a just a little bit like a smudge the home. This is going to be the perfect week to smudge your home. Take a little dry sage, walk around in every single room in the house. You know what I say about smudging home. You know, it's so important. This is the type of spirituality that you're going to feel indeed. Okay, so now what else I was going to say to you, like when it comes to the actual my Scorpios, my gorgeous babies, when it comes to the actual health, you will have also sensitivity, as well, sensitivity when it comes to your stomach, and sensitivity when it comes to your digestion in general. And I would highly suggest you to get something like aloe vera juice, a very significant aloe vera juice. Scorpio, very often you have problems with digestion, very often you have problems with the stomach, and especially lately in the last 3 years this seems to have been the case, so it's nothing unusual really. But I would like to suggest you to get like something like a aloe vera juice again, which is just going to help you so much with your own stomach lining, and it's full of wonderful vitamins. And also, what else I was going to say, the combination of echinacea and golden seal. I would need you to take a combination of echinacea and golden seal, and this herb, if you can take in a tincture or you can take like in a capsule form, and I would suggest you to take this for a while, for like about few weeks, and then you have a little break. These are the type of supplements that you don't take all the time, but you take it and you have a little break, then you take it and you have a little break. But it's absolutely fantastic to boost your immune system in general, and it's absolutely brilliant when it comes to your digestion, and also if you have a very sensitive digestion. So it's a combination of echinacea and golden seal that I highly recommend. If you are on any other medications, or if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, please check with your doctor or GP, because only they can tell you whether you can take this or not. Although echinacea and golden seal are natural herbs, of course sometimes they can be just as strong and they can interact with existing medications. On another hand, the energy levels are going to be like wow, fantastic, and you will be able to feel them, you will be able to sense them, and that is going to reflect on you really nicely. When it comes to the actual relationship, it's like something that you and your partner were focusing on for a while is going to come to an end. Some kind of new some kind of direction that you and your partner were focusing on maybe didn't take a right turn, maybe it was just not going to happen, and there's going to be a really important realization that you are both, really important realization that you are both going to have, and really important realization, and really important direction that you're going to be discussing, you're going to be thinking about. But on another hand, your partner is actually going to surprise you this week. They will do something that's going to surprise you, but it's going to feel good. Okay, so now when it comes to those of you that are single and ready to mingle, now as I said, the radiance is going to be like a vavavumish. The radiance is going to be amazing this week, you see, that you are going to have, and you're going to be like kind of discover yourself, rediscover yourself. I can see you flirting, and I can see you like really enjoying your time, and now this is all about you, and it's a time of enjoyment. It is a couple of situations that you're going to go through that are going to surprise you, that you're going to be the part of, so therefore you're going to find yourself being like maybe in the shop or something, somewhere you haven't been before, but it is all about you enjoying yourself. This is the energy that you need this week. This is the power that you need this week. This is the sex appeal that you will have this week, that you will that you will feel this week, the radiance that is just going to be so good for you, so good for your energy, so good for your power, so good for your confidence. So this is going to be the week of transformation, and the week when you're going to be flirting a lot and rediscovering yourself, and you are gonna love it. You also love a little bit of flirting. Okay, so now the next sign I'm going to be talking about is of course going to be Sagittarius. Now Sagittarius, oh wow, the whole new activity is going to come through, the whole new activity is going to come forward, and now you're going to find yourself being very determined, very determined. Not that long ago there was a certain task that you were kind of focusing on, there was a certain direction that you were focusing on, and then you just kind of stopped, I'm just going to wait a little while. Now this is going to be the continuation of that particular direction, and so now you're going to have all this activity and determination that is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and you will do something that is going to be life-changing indeed. And in exactly 7 months from now on, in exactly 7 months from now on, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to be right at around the end of October, that's right at the end of October 2019, right in the end, overdrive, right at the end of October 2019, you're actually going to have a very powerful continuation of what was going on now. This is going to be huge, and this is going to be massive, and you will see exactly what I mean. Plant seeds, my babies, plant as many seeds as you can, because by the end of October, or at around the end of October, this is going to be direct impact or direct outcome of whatever was going on now. Very, very important indeed. You will be full of ideas, you will be full of designs, you will be very, very optimistic, and you will be very smart and very clever this week. I'm not saying that you're not smart and not clever in general, but this week is going to bring some kind of extra intelligence in your sign, and you are going to have this opportunity to kind of like a pinpoint what this actual thing is that is going to cause you to have such a beautiful and big change in your life. But it's all going to come, and it's all going to happen, it's all going to stem from this particular day. This is absolutely brilliant, because it's the whole new activity and determination going to come through, going to come forward, like, oh my God. On another hand, you know, I need to tell you this, and you need to understand, this is going to be like the beginning of the whole new adventure. This week is going to be so important. And on another hand, that also means please, like, do something a little bit different. Now this is again sign to do something a little bit different. Do something different. If you use this car to work and you've got a second car, take a different car. You know, if you go this way, go that way. Do something different. And that is going to bring you something very special in your life by in itself. And you will see what I mean, okay? Please do that and you will see what I mean. However, it is just going to be so good, because there's the whole new prospect is going to come through, the whole new direction is going to come through, and you're going to have a massive realization. My babies, you're going to have a probability, you know what? You're actually going to have a huge realization about your life. You're going to have a massive realization about your life, massive option, and this is going to be literally life-changing. So see what you feel connected to, see what you feel, see how you feel about it, and see what you're going to do next, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, so basically this is all about, you know, and when it comes to you feeling like in general, this is going to be an enlightening moment. This is going to be an enlightening week. You're going to have an absolutely perfect balance in between work, life, and also it is just all about your own victory and mental clarity. There is a very good news that you're going to have. This week is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, very, very, very significant for you, Sagittarius. Very significant. This week is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Oh my goodness. Okay, and what else I was going to say, like the whole new option is going to be revealed to you, and it's going to be literally life-changing. Oh my goodness. Okay, and when it comes to the actual health, you see, it's like a shoulders are going to be like a slightly sensitive area, and your shoulders, it's like a basically, so just make sure, of course, you know, what I always say, always make sure that you've got the correct pillow. People don't realize sometimes how much pillow actually means. So make sure that you have a correct pillow, make sure that you're sleeping in the right way, and also a little bit of stress that you are going through, go through, but this is not going to be bad stress. This is again going to be good stress, but this is only going to be caused because you're going to find yourself being the part of the situation where you haven't been part of, where you haven't been before, and your mind is kind of going to stretch even further, and that in itself is just going to bring a little bit of stressed feeling. So to you, I would also highly suggest to take like a dose of B vitamins, natural B vitamins in the form of brewer's yeast. Brewer's yeast. It's a natural form of B vitamins, but it needs to be without any unnecessary ingredients or without any chemicals. Okay, so this is something that I highly recommend, brewer's yeast. Okay, and also when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, it is just like you see, your partner is going to do something very brave, your partner is going to do something very mature, your partner is going to do something that it's going to surprise you, but it's going to surprise you in a good way as well, and your partner is kind of going to come up with something, and it's going to offer something to you and you're going to really like it, and you're going to think about it a little bit. You're not going to be too sure what to say, but most certainly the answer is going to be yes, because there is something very important about to happen here. There is something very important about to start happening here in your life that is going to affect your both relationships, but it's going to be really, really good because the whole new option is going to become available. I think that you're going to start talking about making a really big change that's going to affect you, but it's going to affect lots of other people in your life as well. Okay, this for those of you that are actually single, there is going to be somebody around you this week, but I don't think it's going to be the right person, somebody who's just a little bit too materialistic for me, and somebody who's just not going to see you for who you are, somebody who's just going to see something different about you that it's most certainly not going to be relevant to any love or any romance or anything like that. So I just like, if you fancy a little bit of boom this week, like blah, 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 that's absolutely up to you, this is different. But if you're looking to find somebody like really love life, the love of your life or something like that, most certainly not. But I just need to warn you, you do whatever you want to do in your life, but this is somebody who is not really good. So somebody is going to be around you and it's too materialistic for me, and something is not quite right, not the right energy. So I'm just going to warn you to kind of avoid. Okay, the next sign I'm going to be talking about, of course, is going to be Capricornio. Now, Capricorn, you're going to be very sharp week. This is going to be rather sharp week for you indeed. People will be able to feel your sharpness, but also on another hand, there is some kind of information that is going to come to you, and that particular information that is going to come to you is just going to be absolutely life-changing for you, because it's going to be a lot to do with you. It's going to be a lot to do with a certain path that you have, but it's also going to be a lot to do with your own particular achievement. But also at the same time, this is going to be discontinuous. It's going to be connected to the discontinuance of certain effort. This is going to be so good, because this discontinuance of certain effort is automatically going to kind of make you realize, that it's now time to move on from a square number 1 to square number 2. So there is some kind of spiritual journey with a certain stage that is actually going to come to an end at the beginning of this week. And you know how you're going to feel, my beautiful Capricorn? You're just going to feel like full of energy. You're going to feel full of beans this week. And right at the beginning of this week, it's just going to be like very much so in the morning. Within the first couple of days, you're going to kind of have something very unusual on your mind. Know that, Capricorn. You're going to have something unusual on your mind. No. You're going to have something on your mind that is going to be quite unusual, but when it comes to like the certain like stage of your life, like what you were focusing on, like what you were thinking about your life, when you look at it at a big picture, now there is something that is going to be missing. There is something that you will want to change. There is some kind of adjustment and readjustment that you will want to have, and this is absolutely normal, because we're entering the whole new dimension. The dimension that we are entering, it's all going to be about the changes, all going to be about us shaking our lives up a little bit, and all about us like kind of stepping back from the situation and looking at our lives from a slightly different angle, because this is exactly what is going to happen here. There is a very important apprenticeship that is going to be significant here, the beginning of something that is just going to also kind of unfold and have a powerful unfoldment at the end of November 2019. There is something very important that is going to happen here, something very important that is going to start here. There's a very important message that you're going to have here, and that message is going to manifest itself at the end of November 2019. This is very important, and this is all about you, all about your skill, all about your ability to learn quickly, and all about you completely putting your personal effort into things and being committed to the task at hand. Just remember, there's also going to be the situation where you're going to think about a certain task that you have been on a while, and you're going to kind of start thinking, oh God, should I really do this? But it's just like now that is just going to kind of that is already kind of came to an end. That already is going to come to an end, so there is no need to worry. And this is all kind of part of the big picture that I've already mentioned. What else I was going to say that there is a material attainment that you are going to have, you see, and this is just going to kind of help you to do a certain change when it comes to your home, when it come to your immediate arrangement. You will want to do something, you will want to make certain changes, but the changes that you will want to make, it's going to require like a certain financial it's going to require money, basically, yeah. So and this is going to be quite good, because you're going to realize that there is going to be the swift activity, you know, with those things in your life, especially if the money financial situations didn't really change much. There's something really interesting going to happen here, and the financial situation is just going to start improving. On another hand, do you know what else I was going to say is that, like, when it comes to the actual certain problem that you had for the last 3 years, and this is something really big, this is something really deep, this is something really that you know, it takes a really, really long time, and in order for this to unfold, and in order for this to sort itself out, this is just kind of taking time. You know, all you need to do is just keep going, and the life is just going to bring you so much, you know, the life is going to bring you things when they're meant to happen. So most certainly there is going to be a resolution of a problem, beautiful conclusion, and this is going to come through you having an idea through somebody else, or somebody who means to you a lot, like a friend of yours, maybe a family member, somebody who you really like, somebody who you think of a lot, is going to give you like some kind of idea, and that idea is going to help you to have a conclusion to the problem that was in your life for the last 3 years, or within the last 3 years. It was very, very strong, it was very significant, but this is going to come in a form of conclusion, solace, healing, and it is most certainly going to be satisfactory result. But of course there is going to be a certain compromise, and that certain compromise is going to be life-changing. Something is going to surprise you as well this week, something about your skill. You're going to hear something really good, and you're going to feel really, really ecstatic about it. And also a very, very interesting option is going to be offered to you, and that option that is going to be offered to you this week is going to be life-changing. Okay, what else I was going to say, that you know, somebody's going to also somebody's going to be like a little bit like a horrible around you, like maybe like around your work, or somebody like a boss, manager, or some kind of authority figure, just to remind you, you know, don't go towards the low vibration. Just step away from the situation, and don't kind of get these people annoy you, and don't let these people annoy you. So now when you know, you can kind of prepare yourself. Somebody's going to try to like kind of ruffle the feathers a little bit, but you will be smarter than that, because I can see that you will be able to step away from the situation. You're going to be able to kind of have the whole full control of it. There's no point to like come across with the people with the low vibration energy. Okay, when it comes to the actual health, you see, my babies, when it comes to the actual health, you will kind of have a very sensitive skin, hair and nails. Both, all these three things, skin, hair and nails, are going to be very sensitive. And now what would I highly suggest you to get is a flaxseed oil. Flaxseed oil you can get in the capsules, or you can get in an oil form, and it's absolutely wonderful, ever so precious oil full of omega-3 essential fatty acids, very similar to fish oil, but this is the plant form. But it's very, very essential, because it's going to give you essential fatty acids, which are going to help you with the skin, hair and nails. It's absolutely magic wonder product indeed, and it's so good. Okay, so I would highly suggest you that if you do take a flaxseed oil, please check with your doctor, or check with your GP, especially if you're on any other medications, and especially if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. Okay, because only a doctor or GP can tell you if this can interact with your existing medications or not. When it comes to your partners, when it comes to those of you in relationship, there's a very, very important journey going to happen here. Very, very important journey is going to start manifesting here. Whether your partner is going to offer this to you, or whether you're going to offer this to your partner, however, this is going to be significant, because this is going to bring you closer together. Also, number 14, it's going to be very strongly significant when it comes to this particular journey. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are single, you see there is a life-changing option that you are going to have. It's not an option, but you know, you're going to speak to somebody who's very, very wise, or somebody who's very, very wise, like very spiritually high up, is going to say something throughout the week, or say something beforehand, and that is going to be playing on your mind. There's a very important realization that you are going to have about your life, and that realization that you are going to have about your life is just something that is going to kind of take your attention away from like wanting to be in love this week, or wanting to find someone. You know, it doesn't, you know, the week is only short, but what am I saying is that there is just so much going to be going on in your life this week. You know, so many big things, very big options are going to become available, and you're going to start feeling drawn to the certain things that are going to take away your attention from lovers or something like that. You will, don't worry, one step at a time. This week is going to be very powerful and very significant when it comes to your wiseness, because there is something very powerful going to happen here. Okay, so now the next sign I'm going to be talking about, of course, is going to be Aquarius. Aquarius. No, 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 no. You're going to be tested this week. You're going to be tested this week. You're going to be challenged this week. You're going to be watched this week. God, don't be paranoid. No, no, no. This is fine. We're always tested. We're always watched. We're always challenged anyway. But now sometimes when we are a bit more, sometimes we are a little bit less. It depends what kind of agendas or what kind of issues are going on and why these people watching us now. But when it comes to you, it is some kind of re-evaluation, and some kind of evaluation gonna be going on, and some kind of marking, literally. So it is just all about like kind of, maybe sometimes people like hidden, sometimes people not, you know. Don't get paranoid. This is gonna be really, really good. This is gonna be very significant, and it's just gonna kind of help you to realize something really important about yourself. Believe me, no, this is gonna be good. The outcome is going to be mind-blowing. You see, it could even be like if you're, for example, looking for a job, you're looking for a work, like and then people are watching at your energy, people are looking at you, people are looking at your CVs and things like that. That could even be like people are looking at you as well without even realizing. You see what I mean? So there's no need to become paranoid or something like that. However, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. People are going to be watching you, which means that you are going to be the part of the competition. My babies, my babies, my babies. I don't know what this movement is, but anyway. Anyway, you're going to be part. You're going to be part of the competition. You're going to be part of the competition. You're going to be part of the challenge that you will not even know. But this is a sacred challenge. This is a sacred competition, because it's happening right now. It's happening this week. And this week is going to be important because, as I said, the vibrations are going to be very strong. The vibrations are going to be very powerful. And it is just going to reflect on us in such a way that there are going to be so much happening. But lots of things that are going to be happening, we are not even going to be able to kind of notice. They will be here. But there will, because so much will be happening in our lives. This is why these things are going to actually surprise us. So however, you are actually going to do really, really great. You're going to end up with a really fantastic option, because you're going to do so good, and something is going to be offered to you. So that's why I said it's just so important. Something is going to be offered to you, and what is going to be offered to you, it's only going to come through you being you, your own hard work, what you have done so far, what you have been focusing on so far. This is all going to start making sense this week. Just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. You are going to be a little bit nervous, you know, a little bit like a maybe prone to what, you know, but don't, it's going to be absolutely fine. Seriously, it is just because it's just so much is going to be happening. But this even if you're stroppy a little bit, this is going to be the good stroppiness. This is going to be the powerful stroppiness. You know, even if you're stroppy, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes, you know, this is just part of life. It's the way we deal with things. If the way, you know, if there is a lot happening, and I think that there is a lot going to be happening, and that's absolutely brilliant. You know, there is going to be like what you're going to get this week, the realization that there was somebody again. I know I've seen this before, gosh, but there is just like a little person, not a little, but there is a person that you're just going to need to kind of pay attention to. There is someone around you that you can't really trust, and I need you to find out who this is. You know, there is a person here that is like a kind of a little danger around, because they are just not to be fully trusted, not to be fully trusted, not to be fully trusted. And you also have to be very careful what you do this week, like in terms of saying things about yourself, saying things about the personal things, saying things about what concern only you. This week in particular, be super secretive, super secretive. This week in particular, you need to be super sensitive, because this is this person that is there. But you know what I find really interesting here, like, oh my Lord, is the fact that you are going to be able to know this. By the end of this week, you will know who this person is, and you will be able to do something to illuminate situation in your life on time before this person does something, before this person tries to do something. So therefore, the bottom line is, the bomb here is that this person, you will be able to know this. So you will be awakened to the little danger that could have come from this person. And that in itself is just going to make you realize that, my God, people do have so many different shades about them. You know, so much. People can be so nice, and then sometimes we can think something about people in a certain way, but then again, you know, we always have like about those that we are too unsure about. You know, know there is something about them, there's something about them, and this is the type of thing that this is going to be the person, and there's something about them, and you will find out what that something is. Okay, so now, and also, what else I was going to say that is going to be really significant is just like a beautiful harmony that you are going to feel. Apart from this, like a challenge and all these things that I already said, in general, you're going to feel like a really beautiful and perfect harmony this week, and I really like it because also you're going to feed off a really nice energy. The right people will be proud of you. I love your energy, but you know this anyway. But the right people are going to feel proud of you, and when the right people feel proud of you, then that's everything to you because you're absolutely brilliant, and this is going to reflect on you in such a beautiful way because the right people in your life are going to feel really proud of you, and you're going to feel really proud about yourself. You're going to feel really proud of you about your achievement. Therefore, it looks like there is going to be direct product and direct results of what you have been focusing on so far. Little test here and test there, and it looks like you are going to impress right people, and I'm so happy for you indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say? Yeah, you're going to be tested. Your stamina is most certainly going to be tested, and the way it's going to be tested is going to be brilliant because now that test is going to bring a swift change. By the end of this week, there is going to be like the whole new option that is going to become available to you, but it's the option that the tricky part here is the option that you didn't think it's going to become available. You didn't think it's going to become available so far. The whole new thing is going to be revealed here. Absolutely brilliant. And although there's a certain resolution to the problem when it comes to the certain person that has been like a little bit negative to you as well, certain person from the past, there's still a certain problem, certain karma that is attached, and this is keep on going. So there's a resolution to the certain problem that is coming to an end when it comes to the certain person from the past. Not a complete end, but the things are most certainly going to become a bit more soft than what they were so far. And this is because your karma with that person is just going on a different level now, which means that something must have happened recently in between you and this other person that have actually caused this to go to slightly towards the better direction. Okay, and also what else I was going to say is like basically when it comes to your actual health, you see, this is why I said the energy levels are actually going to be really good, and you're going to be able to feel this now. I'm being saying this from week to week, but this is true because April in general, now we are closer to April now. April in general, as closer we are to April, the better you're going to feel. As closer to the summer we are, the more energetic you are going to feel. And this is the energy that I'm actually feeling, and it's going to be quite good indeed. But what else I was going to say is just before, it's a little bit of stress that I said that you are going to feel, and just a little bit of stress, but this is only because you are going to be kind of like thinking about certain things in life that are bigger than what you think, and they are going to be draining like a little bit of your energy. So therefore, I just see like a little bit of stress, and I just would like to suggest to you what I suggest to other signs as well when it comes to stress, like especially this time of the year, it's the best to take, and especially when it comes to you, it's to do with like a brewer's yeast, like a vitamin B vitamins when it comes to the actual stress. Like take a brewer's yeast, please, because B vitamins are fantastic for stress, and I did recommend to you before, and I remember Aquarius, I recommended you before like a brewer's yeast, like a natural form of B vitamins that like every time when somebody goes through stress, and especially in the last 2 or 3 months, this was absolutely perfect thing to recommend when it comes to these particular vibrations and particular energies that we are going through. So that's why I will tell you again to take like a brewer's yeast. Carry on taking brewer's yeast tablets, because this is something that you're going to benefit from in so many different ways, especially when it comes to your stress, and especially when it comes to your digestion as well. And what else I was going to say, brewer's yeast, what I'm going to say to you, what I say to everybody else, make sure it's without any added ingredients, without any rubbish, without any anti-caking agents and things like that. It's just brewer's yeast, which is natural form of B vitamins. And make sure you avoid alcohol. Try to avoid alcohol this week if you're drinking as much as you can, and try to avoid smoking if you're smoking as much as you can, and try to avoid coffee as much as you can. So this week, if you can have like a bit of a little detox, just drink water. Try to avoid this alcohol and things like that. If you do take it, if you're drinking, as much as you can, just this week, okay? Now, basically, now for those of you that are in relationship, it's just like, you're gonna realize why you are with your partner. You're gonna realize what you like your partner so much. You're gonna realize how much your partner means to you. You're gonna realize how much your partner makes you feel, and you're gonna realize, especially in those areas in your life, in those parts of your life, like for example, when you feel like a little bit maybe stressed or tired, maybe at the end of the day, you will realize why you are with your partner. Therefore, your partner is going to be the right energy. It's going to bring you the right energy. Your partner is going to be keep on making sure that you keep going, and your partner is also going to surprise you a few times, and your partner is also going to be doing the right things to you when you want them to do, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant. Maybe you just lately kind of drifted apart. Maybe you had a little bit of arguments, maybe it was a bit of stroppiness, anxiety, and now I see two people getting closer together. It's all about a good influence. It's absolutely brilliant. It's all about two people being really happy together, two people being really successful together, and it's all about this particular good influence. I really like it. Okay, so now for those of you that are actually single, for those of you Aquariuses that are single, you see, I just need you to be careful, because there is somebody that is not right going to be kind of appear around you. There's somebody who's not right going to kind of will try to be with you, but I don't trust them, because there is lies. There are too many lies around this person, and I don't think this person is single. I don't think this person is like ready to mingle, if that means to you something or not, it's up to you, but it's not only about that necessarily. I mean, it's up to you how you feel about this, but it's just like a lies. I would just like kind of stay away from this person, but you will know that something is not quite right. So therefore, somebody will try to come closer to you this week, but I would just like kind of avoid, run. Okay, so now the next sign I'm going to be talking about is, of course, going to be my Pisces, my beauty, my deep little beauties. My Pisces, you are going to have the whole new path and the whole new journey about to be revealed to you this week. First of all, somebody in your life, a prominent figure in your life, is going to tell you something, a good news when it comes to them, when it comes to their life, and that is going to reflect on you in a really good way, because you are going to get something out of it as well. And also on another hand, there is going to be the good news again that you are going to have from like somebody who's like an honor to you, somebody who's like an employer or something like that. Therefore, if you are working, there is going to be a really nice offer that you're going to have this week. But the offer that you're going to have this week is just going to make you realize that it's going to be like a one step at a time indeed. What else I was going to say is just like for those of you that are looking for work, please try to like kind of keep on applying for the jobs as much as you can, because there is something really good coming forward. There's a very strong job opportunity waiting for you, and for those of you that are actually working, for those of you that are actually looking for work, you see, and for those of you that are looking for promotion, this is going to be a very significant week. It is not my babies necessarily whether this is going to happen this week, but it's this week that it's just going to be very strong when it comes to our own energy, and when it comes to other people around us, when it comes to other people are kind of noticing us. Everything is going to be very strong, everything is going to be very sharp, everything is going to be very powerful. And those situations in our life when we are not noticed, now we are kind of going to be noticed. So this is why I'm saying that it's going to be so important indeed. And you're going to feel like you want to learn something, and this is going to be also the absolutely perfect time to actually start learning. And also, it is just like a regeneration and rebirth. This is going to be the week of your own personal rebirth, but this is going to happen in a form of like you having a great accomplishment, you having a great achievement, but you're also going to find yourself in the waters, literally in the waters, where you're gonna kind of be available. You're gonna have two options that you didn't have before, and both of these options that you're going to have are going to require from you making a certain change in your life. But if you do make this certain change in your life, it is going to affect you, and it is going to affect other people in your life, and you're not too sure whether you want to do it or not. You will not to be sure whether you want to do it or not, because you're not too sure about a certain personal security, how strong your personal security is going to be. And this is all coming from your confidence being affected. Now that confidence that was affected is just also going to become very kind of enhanced now, but it's going to come, the plates are going to turn, and it kind of it's now a couple of things that are going to be available to you. Like before you would be like, oh God, you would be like uncertain, but now there is a certain courage that you're going to have. Not that you're going to do this straight away, but suddenly you're going to find yourself in a slightly different waters, and this is going to be really good, because you're going to start feeling different about a couple of different stages of your life. The confidence is going to come through. It's going to confuse you, but in a really, really good way. And I think that this is really good, because you will feel like this week, you will feel, my babies, like you want to prove yourself, but in a good way, okay, in a really, really good way. And you know what? You are going to prove yourself indeed. You're going to feel proud of yourself, you're going to feel proud of your work, but also you will have this beautiful sense of achievement, and the people around you who mean to you so much are also going to be proud of you, feel proud of you, and that is going to mean to you so much. A beautiful motivation that you are going to feel here this week, and that motivation is also going to come through somebody who you know, and it's going to be absolutely the right person to feel motivated by. Indeed, this is all about your own satisfaction, all about your own accomplishment. I'm so happy, because also happy for you, because also there is a very special person you're going to meet this week. Very special person indeed, and that person is just going to be somebody who is not going to be a lover, who is not going to be husband, wife, but it's just going to be somebody who's going to become a really prominent figure, like a really good friend in your life. But it's also going to be so connected to your past life, and now you're going to kind of reconnect in this life. You're about to reconnect with someone very special in your life. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a lover or something like that, but it's just a very special person from your past life. And the reason how you're going to know who this is, because you're going to meet this person in a weird way, you're going to meet this person in a strange way, you're going to meet this person in a bizarre way. And once you meet this person, once you talk, once you just look at each other, it's going to feel like you knew each other for a really, really long time. Whatever you say, it's just going to kind of like it's going to sound like you heard before. But you will see. This is just part of the really big picture. You will see. Okay, and also what else I was going to say, that is just like it is just going to be a very strong recognition that you're going to have this week indeed. And by the time we get to the end week, the whole new option is going to become very, very strongly evident to you. The whole new path you're going to start feeling very strongly drawn towards. Okay, also, you know what, your justice, my babies, your justice is coming this week. Wow. Pisces, you've been like waiting for some kind of court result, or you've been waiting for somebody to decide something for you. If you were waiting for some kind of decision to be made, now let me just tell you, my babies, there is a really good decision going to be made, and it's going to be most certainly be made in your favor. You're gonna like it, you're gonna be happy, you're gonna feel very, very optimistic, and after that you will be able to kind of just chill out with that and relax with that part of your life. It's going to be really good. You're going to feel very, very good, and also you're going to feel satisfied, and also there is going to be a really wonderful advice that you are going to get through this situation. Wonderful advice that you are going to gain through this situation. There is a challenge that you are going to be kind of part of. The challenge that you are going to be part of, also it's going to be kind of pretty much so connected to your emotional life, but it's going to be connected to, at the same time, your financial situation and at what you do as well. So there are going to be few things that are going to be the part of this challenge, and you will not too sure what to do, and then you're going to feel like you want to after that it's going to be fine. You're going to make a certain decision, and that decision is going to be right, but also they're going to be evident, like a certain escape. When I say escape, it means that spiritually this is going to be the perfect time for you to kind of move on from a certain stage in your life that you don't feel happy anymore. anymore. Very, very strong. This is very, very powerful, and this is very important for you to understand. I'm seeing an escape, and I'm seeing like a deep state of mind, very emotional indeed. So by the end of this week, whatever you feel like really low about, whatever you feel really negative about, whatever you feel really bad about, and whatever you feel like it's really making you feel really negative, making you feel really sad, making you feel really angry, it's just draining your energy, it's making you feel really unhappy, you know, whatever you feel, whatever there is that you feel about this week, just please, this is the sign you need to kind of like just like move on, because very strongly, very karmically, and this is very powerful, and this is very strong, that the karmically certain stage of your life is slowly coming to an end. So you need to realize what this is, so you can just kind of move on. Because if you don't move on, and if you don't realize on time, it's fine, nothing's going to happen. Bad is going to kind of keep on draining your energy. You're just going to end up going towards the wrong direction in life, and it's just going to kind of prolong things when it comes to your own spiritual journey. Because this life, this earth here, we just, as I said, you know, this is just temporary home. This is not our home. This life is very short. We are here only to learn, to do the certain mistake, and to learn on our mistakes, okay? So that's why I'm saying that this is going to be really important for you to like kind of single out what this is. You don't have to do this straight away at the end of this week, but by the end of this week you should know maybe which stage or which period of your life is coming slowly to an end. And also a good way to realize this and to recognize this is to go away maybe for one day, just for one day, go away to the forest somewhere, or go away nice like a retreat away, like a couple of days, you know. As soon as you change the scenery, that is just going to help you to kind of like see things crystal clear, and you will know what am I talking about and what this is. Okay, what else I was going to say, that the basic, for those of you that are actually wondering about health, you see, I can see your lips are going to be very dry area. Now your lips are going to be very dry indeed, so if you can just like basically use something like a really like a natural lip balm, please try to use natural lip balm when it comes to your lips, okay? And also what I was going to say, the skin on your face, it's also going to be quite dry. Also please, it's just a little bit of a dryness, you know, so just try to use like a natural soaps and natural shower gels, like a natural creams. It's just so important, at least throughout throughout this week, and that in itself is really going to help you. On another hand, you know, the energy levels are going to be really good. They're going to be like a vavavoomish the energy levels, and that in itself is just going to make you feel really optimistic, and it's just going to kind of motivate you so much. For those of you that are actually in relationship, I have to say that it's a really great week, fantastic week, two people spending time together, two people, it's a very fertile week indeed. So you're planning to have a baby, you know, don't know, I'm just letting you know. Yeah, it's a very fertile week indeed, but however, it's just like the energy is going to be really good, and I can see like this is going to be a fantastic week when it comes to couples getting together, spending time together, like rewarding each other, kissing each other, just being emotional with each other and things like that. Absolutely brilliant time for the actual relationships, okay? And also for those of you that are single, oh my god, for those of you that are single, please avoid. There is a certain person that is just horrible, it's not really nice, but you will know who this person is, like not a really good person, and this person is also has got the ability to kind of like change their face how they like, you know. They have got a very strong energy when it comes to manipulating people, and they've got very strong energy when it comes to like manipulating people and changing their face to the face that the people could actually kind of relate the most to. So that's why you have to be very careful about this person, so you don't get tricked into it. Something very devilish about that one indeed. So therefore, if somebody tries to comes to be with you this week, or if somebody comes to tries to flirt with you or something like that, starts talking to you or noticed you or whatever, you will know who this person is. As long as you know who this person is, as long as you are paying attention, as long as you remember what I say, that's absolutely fine. But would I recommend this person? No. Do I think you're going to end up with this person? No. Do I think this is the right person for you? No. Do I think you should avoid this person? Yes. Okay, my gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all so much, every single one of you. Okay, and I'm sending you brightest blessings, healing, peace, love and light. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Mwah.